Hi everyone, welcome to the How to Fund Your Study Abroad webinar. Please make sure you watch the Study Abroad 101 webinar before watching this webinar. The Study Abroad 101 webinar is located just above this webinar on our website. If you are unable to attend one of our in-person How to Fund Your Study Abroad info sessions, this is a great option for you. We in the Office of Global Affairs are here to help you through your study abroad experience, and we look forward to working with you as you prepare. Before we begin, I highly recommend having a pen and paper handy to take a few notes throughout the webinar. During today's How to Fund Your Study Abroad webinar, we will be covering the following topics: an overview of your study abroad options, types of funding opportunities, in which we will focus on financial aid, fellowships and scholarships, and crowdfunding and fundraising options, and then next steps. Current and upcoming UW-Tacoma Study Abroad programs are listed on the left-hand side of our Study Abroad Programs website. Click on each program to learn more and apply. Remember, programs vary by length, credits, etc. UW-T students have access to UW Seattle, Bothell, and Tacoma Study Abroad programs. Visit the Find a Program section of the UW Study Abroad website to learn more about the over 500 study abroad programs you can choose from. You will be taken to the UW Study Abroad search engine, which allows you to search for any UW Tacoma, Seattle, or Bothell program. You may choose to do so in a simple search, for example, a search for a country that you're interested in studying in, or an advanced search, which allows you to search by field of interest or language of study, for example. Many students are concerned when it comes to study abroad costs. The good news is that federal, state, and institutional aid can cover the cost of studying abroad. The Financial Aid Office also offers short-term loans with low interest, which can help students pay for things like passports and flights. Be sure to check in with the Financial Aid Office about this. If you receive GI benefits, you may be able to use those to cover some of your study abroad costs if your study abroad program fulfills your major requirements. Please check in with the UW-T Veteran and Military Resource Center to learn more. Here are the steps we recommend you take in order to use financial aid to help cover your study abroad costs. 1. File FAFSA. 2. Choose your study abroad program. If you're interested in several study abroad programs, that's fine too. You can apply for as many as you'd like. 3. Meet with a financial aid advisor or attend a financial aid study abroad workshop to learn how much aid you should receive for your study abroad experience. The financial aid study abroad workshops are typically held late in autumn quarter and throughout winter quarter. 4. If you're planning to participate in a summer study abroad program, you'll need to file a revision request form, which can be found on the Financial Aid website. This form helps the Financial Aid Office understand that you'll be taking classes in the summer and may be eligible for additional aid. To learn more about financial aid and how it can help you study abroad, visit the Office of Student Financial Aid website. Let's take a break for a moment to answer the following questions. How did you pick your study abroad location and program? What factors did you consider? Please take a few minutes to write down your thoughts. We ask you to think about these questions for two reasons. Firstly, many study abroad scholarship applications will ask similar questions. You'll need to articulate why your study abroad program and location are a good fit for you. And secondly, being able to answer these questions will help you begin to create reasonable expectations for your study abroad experience. We suggest you save the notes you've just taken to use as a resource when applying for study abroad scholarships. Let's switch gears and start talking about scholarships. All UW-Tacoma students have access to UW Study Abroad scholarships, which are centrally funded by UW-Seattle. Most of these scholarships are now need-based rather than merit-based, and Washington State residents with the greatest financial need will be given priority for most scholarships. The application for these scholarships couldn't be simpler. Just fill out a short, required questionnaire in your study abroad application, and you will be automatically considered, as long as you apply by the priority application deadline. The Office of Global Affairs, or OGA, Study Abroad Scholarship is another great opportunity that all UW-Tacoma Study Abroad participants should take advantage of. These scholarships are generously funded by the Bamford Foundation. These scholarships are for UW-Tacoma students who participate in any study abroad program. Students who have not previously studied or traveled abroad are especially encouraged to apply. Students must apply for the OGA Study Abroad Scholarship online by the deadlines listed below. Typically, OGA Study Abroad Scholarship recipients are awarded $1,000, which can be used for any part of their study abroad experience. As the scholarship is only for UW-Tacoma students, there is much less competition for this funding than for national scholarships, so please take advantage of this opportunity. Students who receive the OGA Study Abroad Scholarship are required to share their study abroad experiences with campus upon completion of their program. OGA Study Abroad Scholarship recipients help us spread the word about study abroad on campus by attending study abroad info sessions, the Study Abroad Fair, and by creating study abroad testimonials. We highly encourage you to check out a few testimonials from previous OGA Study Abroad Scholarship recipients by clicking on the Student Spotlights link. Let's pause again to think about what challenges you anticipate for your study abroad experience. Maybe you've already faced challenges during your initial study abroad decision-making phase. Either way, please take a few moments to jot down some answers to this question. As stated previously, this question could be one you'll need to answer for study abroad scholarship applications, so be sure to save your notes. The Benjamin A. Gilman Scholarship is a merit-based scholarship for Pell Grant recipients planning to study abroad. They prefer to award their scholarship to students studying abroad in non-traditional locations, meaning anywhere outside of Europe, Australia, or New Zealand. However, don't let that deter you. As you'll see in a moment, some of our Gilman Scholarship recipients have studied abroad in traditional locations. The Gilman Scholarship has two deadlines each year, one in early October for students wanting to study abroad the following spring and winter quarter, and one in early March for students wanting to study abroad in summer, early fall, or autumn quarter. To be eligible for the Gilman Scholarship, you must be a U.S. citizen that is currently enrolled as an undergraduate. You must receive the Pell Grant. If you're unsure of whether or not you received the Pell Grant, please check in with the Financial Aid Office. Students applying to the Gilman Scholarship must be studying abroad for credit, and their study abroad program must remain in the same country for at least 21 days. Finally, as the Gilman Scholarship is funded by the U.S. State Department, students must study abroad in countries that do not have a travel warning. 5 UW-Tacoma students have received the Gilman Scholarship during 2018. As I mentioned before, although the Gilman Scholarship prefers students to study abroad in non-traditional locations, 2 out of the 5 2018 recipients, Melinda Osborne and Shivani Lal, chose to study in traditional locations like Italy and England and still received the scholarship. Let's hear from students. Fadumo and Shivani have shared some application tips they have for students interested in applying for the Gilman Scholarship.
Hi everyone, my name is Fadumo Diria and I received the Gilman Scholarship this summer and I will be traveling to Seoul, South Korea. One advice I'd have for students is to start on their application as soon as possible, especially the essay portion, because it takes a lot of time and dedication and effort. The sooner you start, I think the better results you'll have, and making use of these resources that are available at school. So going to the Gilman workshops and going to the TLC to get some help is the strongest advice I'd give. So good luck out there.
Hi, my name is Shivani and my major is Sustainable Urban Development. Last spring, I applied for the Gilman Scholarship and I would highly encourage all students to apply if you're doing study abroad. I received the email and then I followed up with a workshop. It was hosted by Courtney and this was the first time for me to meet Courtney. She helped me with the process. It was very in-depth and also she helped me make sure that my essay was really connecting to the themes and the topic of the essay requirement. I would highly encourage you to apply. If I have to do it all over again, I would attend all the workshops and use your resources on campus. All the best.
To learn more about other UW-T students who've been awarded the Gilman and other scholarships, visit our Student Spotlights website. Here is a sample of the many other study abroad scholarships available to you. Please visit the Office of Global Affairs Scholarships website for more information about deadlines and applications. Although study abroad scholarship applications vary, many of them require similar application materials. When applying for study abroad scholarships, you will likely be required to submit an online application form and write one or several essays. A letter of recommendation may be required, and for that, we suggest you visit our website to learn more about how to ask for a letter of recommendation. Finally, you may also be required to submit transcripts when applying to study abroad scholarships. In order to do this, you may need to work with the registrar's office, so please check out their website for more information. Here are some final study abroad scholarship application tips. Before applying, please be sure to double and triple check the scholarship eligibility requirements. You don't want to complete a scholarship application and then realize you're not eligible. Study abroad scholarship deadlines are often earlier than you think, sometimes 6 months or more before your actual study abroad. Before submitting your study abroad scholarship application, be sure to get feedback from friends, colleagues, family, or use campus resources like the Teaching and Learning Center, or attend an essay writing workshop hosted by the Office of Global Affairs. Really give the application your all. Remember, scholarship applications can be competitive, so work hard and do your best to stand out. Students can get creative when preparing to study abroad by using crowdfunding or fundraising options. You could set up a crowdfunding website like GoFundMe to receive funding. If you have a life event coming up in which you'd normally receive presents, ask your family and friends to give you money instead. If 10 people give you $20, that's $200. And finally, start saving now. If you make minor changes in your budget now, like making coffee at home instead of spending money at Starbucks, you could really make a dent in your study abroad costs. Here are the next steps you should take in your study abroad process. Research the programs that are available to you. Attend our info sessions. These sessions deal with topics such as writing and editing scholarship essays. Please visit the Office of Global Affairs events page for session dates and times. Drop in during our study abroad walk-in hours, which are located on the Study Abroad website. Schedule an appointment with the Study Abroad manager to have an advising session. To do this, visit the UW-T Study Abroad website. Make sure that studying abroad fits into your academic and financial plans. Meet with your academic advisor and financial aid advisor ASAP. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Sign up for the bi-weekly Study Abroad newsletter to get updated info about study abroad programs, application deadlines, scholarships, info sessions, and student stories. And if you haven't already done so, file your FAFSA by the priority deadline. Thank you for participating in this webinar. Please feel free to visit our website or email us at uwtintl@uw.edu.